We had to say goodbye to our much-loved dog, Tozer, this weekend. Goodbyes are never easy. They're a manifestation of love, and as we got up Saturday morning to say our final farewell, we knew it would be a sad weekend. This was a classic experience of what I talk about in my work as a disruptive life event. Some of those things that sometimes come out of left field as a surprise, and others we can anticipate, but regardless, they take a toll on us in our minds, our bodies, our spirits. And the care of others really matters during these times. For example, this was a picture that our neighbor Savvy drew. Tozer right here, she loved him. She also made some homemade bars and brought them over. Some of our other friends, as they heard about what had happened, brought us a whimsical gnome cake. Far too much frosting, but they said it made us smile. We thought it would make you smile too. Then there was my son Magnus, who, after saying goodbye to his dog, had to go play in a basketball game. About 2 hours later, he had texted his team and let them know. And as he sunk a layup and they went on to win the game, his team erupted with cheers saying, "For Tozer, it's for Tozer." All of these meaningful gestures matter. We are going to be talking about disruptive life events, meaningful gestures, and how to build human-centric skills at work and in life during our time together next week in Cary. I am Liesl Mendrabo-Murtis. My company is Handle with Care Consulting, and whether you have said goodbye to a beloved pet or are walking through another sort of disruption, we are all affected and in need of empathy at work and in life. And all too often we think of that as something that some people have and other people don't, and that's just the way it is. We're going to be demystifying and democratizing empathy as a skill set. How can you learn it? How can you grow in it? How can you take it back to your teams? It's going to be a time that is interactive and actionable. We will be metabolizing this content and practicing together. I also, in advance of that time together, I'm going to ask you to ponder a couple of prompts and to fill out your pre-session survey. First, the survey, it is anonymous and will give us just some good data points as to what is going really well at MetLife right now and where some of the opportunities for growth are. Also, in preparation for our time together, with all the other things that you're doing this week, I'd like you to pause and consider. When is a time in your working career where you have experienced a disruptive life event? How were you supported at work? How were you not supported at work? What would you have wanted in that moment? Number 2, I'd like you to think about your team. What are some of the disruptive life events that have been experienced on your team? And finally, let's think about meta level. What are some of the processes and policies that help support a democratized skill set of care? This is the learning trajectory that I find so often in organizations that I work with, skilling up individually, but also looking and saying, how can this be the standardized way that we operate? So we're not just doing wishes and prayers or depending on personalities. Think about opportunities. What are the processes you already have in place? And where are the opportunities for growth? I can't wait to see you next week. A teaser of some of the things we'll be discussing. We're going to talk about change and compassion fatigue in the workplace, how it's affecting you. You're going to meet some empathy avatars and see what you have in your empathy toolkit. Maybe you're a fix-it Frank, always jumping to solutions. Maybe you're a commiserating Candace who knows exactly how you feel and takes over the story. We'll be learning more about these characters and more. And finally, we'll be talking about how this skill set translates into complex conversations about race, access, identity, and bias in the workplace, and why fortitude is one of the most important skills of 2024 and beyond. I can't wait to see you there next week. Travel well between now and then.